Part two of our discussion, let's talk about where you are. First of all, let's talk about your coaching staff. I know because you were still looking to fill some things out when I talked to you a couple months ago. So where are you at? What are we looking at? Who's on your coaching staff here for 2019?
We're feeling pretty solid with our coaching staff. Trevor Heislop will be assisting me with the varsity program.
Okay.
Trevor was my assistant last year on the deputies. He's sort of a pitching guru. And really, if you want to see a guy that loves the game, that's going to be Trevor. Get out there. This guy has fun all the time. He's nonstop talking. He's always, in the middle of stuff. And really, more importantly for me, he really is passionate about these players. So I'm really looking forward to another, fun season with Trevor. We've got Eric Harold assisting us as well. He's a guy that comes to us from UW Club Baseball.
Okay.
So fun to have, a younger coach in the program, a guy who's playing some club baseball, a shameless plug for them. They've got a game tomorrow night at 5 p.m. out on Cowboy Field. So go watch some UW Club Baseball, support Coach Harold.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got Nick Darling and Kyle Mercill will be heading up our deputies program.
Okay.
I tell everybody at the board meetings and everywhere we go, if you have a child who's touched any kind of ball for a sporting event, Nick's probably been there.
Yep.
Nick's involved in just about everything there can be. So we're really excited to have Nick on board. He loves to be around young athletes and help them along. Kyle Mercill was our marshal's assistant last year. He's making the jump up to the deputies, coaching with Nick. And then we have Luke Andrews, who we stole from his brother. His brother's the head coach up in Douglas. So we're happy to make a steal there. Luke's a great guy, really focused on the younger players and the fundamental aspects of the game. He's a huge addition to our program. He's going to be the head coach of the Marshals program, and he's going to be assisted by Todd Looney. So Todd Looney coming to us from the Regulators program. He's still going to be doing both of those things, but it's really good to have Todd on board, especially as a guy who's been around a lot of these players who are transitioning from Little League into Legion Baseball.
Okay, so that's your coaching staff. Rangers, the varsity level folks, deputies, the JV team, competing at the A or B level this year for the deputies.
Competing at the B level this year.
Okay, the B level, and then Marshals are kind of the prep team, basically. Basically 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds?
13 and 14-year-olds mostly. It's a 15U league, generally across the state. Most of the players in the C level are 13 or 14, unless they're just not quite developmentally ready to jump up to that B level.
Okay, and then B level, you're looking at basically 14, 15, 16?
Yeah, it's a 17U league. Again, if you see 17-year-olds playing in the B league, they probably just need another year of development before they're ready to jump up to that 19U ball.
All right. Well, you are getting ready for your season. Is it hard to believe it's game week now?
It's really hard to believe. We've definitely been hampered by the weather. We're not the only ones, so it's definitely not an excuse. But it's hard to know what you've got walking into a weekend when you've been outside less days than innings you're going to play on Saturday. So.
Wow. I know you got actually it's going to be over in Cheyenne on Saturday and Sunday this weekend, and I don't necessarily want to get into specifics. So, how would you characterize how preseason preparation has gone, minus the fact you haven't been able to get outside?
I think it's gone really well. We really encourage our players who are multi-sport athletes to focus on the seasons that they're in. For us, it means that we know we've got some guys that are in pretty good shape. We've got some guys running track, some guys playing soccer. And then some other guys that are playing on that Regulators program as well. So we know there's some guys that have gotten some baseball time. I would say definitely right now our pitchers are going to throw strikes. We're going to make contact with the ball. And again, like I said, we really like these multi-sport athletes. We encourage them to do those other sports. I actually got to have a chance to sit down with Clint Reed and Chris Sherwood from the Laramie High School football program and talk about ways we can work together this summer. Really fun conversation. Clint had some really cool ideas, and so I'm really looking forward to that. And I think with track, like I said, it helps keep our guys in shape, especially pitchers, right? I know that we see like in the movies and maybe in the majors, guys like Bartolo Colon, these big, maybe overweight guys that are pitchers, but at this level, we want our pitchers to be the best athletes on the field. So.
Just talking a little bit more with manager Aaron Lozano, but it sounds like you guys are excited, ready to go. Roster-wise, you feel pretty good in terms of numbers right now?
Yeah, I think, we would always like an extra player or two. We've got a couple of injuries that we're concerned about, and we're not sure how those are going to shake out. Fingers crossed for the best results. But you could always use 2 or 3 extra guys. We've lost a few guys that have been important parts of the program in the past, and we wish them the best on their next ventures. But we're definitely going to miss players that have left the program, and so it's fun and exciting because it gives some of these other younger guys an opportunity to step up and take those spots. But numbers are always important. I think we're pretty comfortable with where we're at. We know where we're going to be roster-wise. We're going to talk to the players about rosters today at practice, let them know where they are, what our plan is for each individual player. But like I said, 3 or 4 more guys would not hurt. So.
numbers. It always seems like it's a challenge, but I also get a sense from you that you feel like numbers are in a better spot right now, maybe?
I think so. I think, the fact that we are inheriting all these younger players from the Little League, we've got a really strong base to build on for the future. I think we're looking at about 16 players that will roster on our prep team for Marshals.
Wow, okay.
So, that's a huge number. We could probably push, a guy or 2 from that to the deputies, but for us it's a little bit more about the development at that level. And are you ready as a 12, 13-year-old coming out of Little League to play against 17-year-olds? I don't think so.
No.
As talented as you are, there is something to be said for just growth and strength.
Yeah,
So,
physical and mental maturity sometimes can be overlooked. So it sounds like you want to keep those guys together. You hope that that continues to kind of build and that your numbers maybe solidify by moving groups up.
yeah, we're seeing that right now at the varsity level with our youngest crew in the varsity. They've been playing together for a long time, and they are the immediate future of this program. Guys like Derek Squires, Ben Ruckman, Malin Morris, Riley Hogshead. These guys have been sticking together, right? And they've been playing for a long time. It's exciting to get them playing at the highest levels. But yeah, it would be nice to have 3 or 4 more guys in there. Jake Began's another one I talked to just recently about a position change, and he's so excited just to be on the field. And we have a lot of players with that attitude, and that's going to help too. And I think they're modeling that for this younger crew to say, hey, maybe I've been a second baseman my whole life, but if playing right field gets me on the field, then I'm going to play right field. And so I think, these guys really are setting the tone.
It's one of those things. I've seen it throughout my time, and you've seen it throughout your time coaching. The more versatile and flexible you can be, the better off you are, especially just overall, because you never know what type of changes you might have to make it within a game itself.
Kyle Mersil and I were chatting the other day about, he's got a son playing in the program. I've got a son that's several years away from the program. But we were sort of half joking that our kids should probably learn to be catchers, because if you can catch, there's innings for you to play, right? And so for all those of you out there listening, if you're wondering, how can I help my son find more opportunities on the ball field, it takes a tough guy to get back there behind the plate. And if you're a catcher, there's probably at least a couple innings for you to play every day.
Lastly, before I let you go, what's your veteran presence like, guys that are coming back right now? Who are some of your veteran leaders?
It's pretty strong, but also young. I think we only have a few guys that are like in that senior class. Ramon Gomez, Mike Shutterly, Baden Jordan. They're really important guys to the program. But some of our other guys returning with that varsity experience, like Caleb Eaton, Reston Morehouse, they're junior, sophomore level. They've been awesome. We've also got a couple new guys in the program that have been playing elsewhere. Guys like Tyler Oppie, we're super excited to have, and they've really taken the younger guys under their wing. Aiden Morris is another one, sophomore coming off of an injury. But Malin is his cousin, so he knows all these younger guys, and he's not afraid to step in and say, "Hey guys, stop horsing around. We got to take this seriously." And it's neat to see guys step into that role.
Well, that's great to hear. Home opener is on Wednesday, May 8th. The reason why I know that, because that's our first broadcast of Rangers baseball, my 19th season as the voice of the Rangers, starts on May 8th against Cheyenne Post 6. Thanks for the hard home opener.
Yep, they kind of set the standard for us, right? So it's good to play them early in the year. We definitely know where we stand when we go up against Coach Lane and his crew.
Yeah, absolutely. They're another juggernaut rolling. It's really Cheyenne, Gillette. Who else is in it this year?
I think Evanston surprised a lot of folks last year. I think they finished 4th at the state tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Their coach was the coach of the year in the AA level, and they're returning a large number of their players. I think you can never overlook a team like Casper, just because of the numbers that they have. you never know what you're going to get. And then, you know, Sheridan's an up and coming team. Their coach, Coach Phillips up there, you know, minor league ball player, got to AAA level for the Yankees. You know, that's a baseball mind right there, especially when you're talking about a catcher. You see a lot of catchers managing in the big leagues. So coach up there in Sheridan, he's got a good crew coming too.